Since the launch of the PlayStation 5, Sony released less than 25 exclusive games for their platform, and the sad thing about it, they have some great franchises, some classics that are currently sitting on the shelf, and nothing have not been done with them in like literally like over 5 years, and I'm not kidding. And 3 of those franchises, which are 3 of the most popular mascots that Sony have in their catalog, that they act like they just forgot about. And why am I saying this? Because you might be like, well, Sony didn't forget about them, but no, like it really feel that way. Like me, I'm a Sly Cooper fan. Sly Cooper is my favorite franchise from PlayStation, but Sly Cooper is part of what I call Sony's big 3 mascots, and that would be Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, and Ratchet and Clank. And I love all 3 of these franchises, but we have to keep it real. Sony do not give attention to these franchises. And yes, I get it. Ratchet and Clank did have a game that came out on the PS5, but that was at the start of the generation. We're in 2026, and in 2021, when the generation started for the PS5, yeah, they gave us Ratchet and Clank, but after that, like what? Then my boy Sly Cooper, he been stuck in Egypt since 2013. One of the cliffhangers that I hate the most, because I remember after I beat the Sly Cooper game, I'm like, okay, I cannot wait to see what Sony's gonna do with Sly Cooper 5. And it looked like it was heading that way, but guess what? It's 2026 and nothing have happened. And then you also got Jak and Daxter, which I feel like they really get the short end of the stick, because they have not gotten anything since 2009. And I'm talking about something new, not them re-releasing something that already came out. And you might be like, okay, why am I saying that they are forgotten? The reason why I'm saying that they are forgotten, because Sony do not prioritize them as important whatsoever, and forgot how these characters actually help build the PlayStation brand, because these characters are like the heart and soul of PlayStation. Like, yes, I give God of War credit. You could go ahead and say God of War is what Sony, like, bread and butter franchise. They've been there just as long as some of these franchises on the PS2 and all like that. And one of the biggest mistakes that Sony been doing, right on top of them trying to kill off physical media, which I'll talk more about that, because I'll talk about that many times on this channel. But the thing that Sony making a mistake of when it comes to how they go about what game they're going to make next, what game they're going to develop, is that they skip over these characters because they feel like that they cannot make that much money off of this, because at the end of the day, it is about money. But at the same time, it's about the games. You gotta think about it. They made live service games like Concord that lost them over $200 million. But meanwhile, you have a game like Astrobot. Shout out to Astrobot. I ain't gonna lie. That was one of Sony's best moves. They made Astrobot, which the budget wasn't that high. It actually made them more money than what they put into the game. And also, it was well received. It won Game of the Year and all that. Like Astrobot, and also Nintendo with their platformers like Mario and all, proved to Sony over and over again, like, hey, look, platformers actually do well. And the problem though is that they have one of the coldest trios when it comes to a mascot lineup with Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, that they could really do some good stuff with, and they don't have to spend a lot of money. Imagine they say, hey, okay, look, we're gonna go ahead and make some stuff for those franchises, 1 game each, but we're gonna spend less than $200 million. If they did that, guess what? I'm sure if you put the right people in place like they did with Astrobot, it can work out. And it's not even going to hurt Sony, because you're losing hundreds of millions of dollars on live service games. It will help build your catalog out, and will also make people actually want to get your system. Now, I ain't gonna lie, with the whole physical media situation and all like that, with Sony trying to kill off physical media and trying to have an all digital future, to where even if these games do come out from PlayStation, they probably not going to have a physical copy, which is a shame. Like, Sony, like, they really forgotten not just about these mascots, and because these are some of the greatest franchises, but they really forgot what really made PlayStation PlayStation. And one of the things is those games right there. Yes, we have other exclusives like the Spider-Man franchise, Horizon Zero Dawn. We got Kratos and God of War that's still around and all like that. But you have more than that. And just like Sony just don't care. They even made PlayStation All-Stars, which a lot of people love to see a sequel, to where you have this celebration of characters from the PlayStation catalog all fighting against each other. And you tell people wouldn't like stuff like that? Yeah, like, and this is why I said that, yeah, Sony forgot about these characters. And I gotta say, I really enjoy these 3 franchises right here. They really are a great representation of what a golden age of platformers really is when it comes to the PlayStation side, for sure. Like, yeah, you have some other franchises like Crash Bandicoot, which is not a PlayStation exclusive no more, but it was started by Sony, and they forgot about that, and it's a shame. It really is. But you guys, I want y'all to comment down below and let me know which one was your favorite franchise from Sony in your opinion, and what do y'all think about what I had to say. I'd like to hear y'all thoughts. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share the video, and also subscribe for more videos like this. But thank you guys for watching. My name is Shade, and I am out.